This video features high-end, limited edition collectibles and is intended for adult collectors. Hey guys, welcome to Toy Chat. This is Max.
Insane.
And this is part 2 of our Integrity Toys Stilettos Out haul. So this is the grand finale. This is like the finale of our Stilettos Out convention coverage. In this portion of the haul, we're going to be getting into the giveaway and centerpiece dolls. We're also just going to be talking about our general haul, some of the other stuff we picked up while we were at convention.
As well as I'm going to ask Max what his top 5 favorite dolls were.
Yes. So yeah, if you haven't checked out part 1, definitely go watch that. In part 1 of the haul, we covered the convention collection and style lab. And yeah, so just to kind of recap from that, if you haven't already seen our vlog and discussion videos, go back and check those out for kind of the all-encompassing, you know, experience of our convention coverage. This is strictly going to be about the dolls. We're going to talk about stuff, you know, now that we actually have them on hand, more in-depth details if any of our thoughts have changed, and yada yada. Side note, although the Welcome doll Imogen was technically a giveaway, we did already cover her in part 1. And random little note I wanted to tack on to the Precious Gems fashion pack we discussed previously. The gem print is on the shoe insoles as well. That was just something I wanted to share. So picking up right where we left off, we're going to be talking about the Welcome Dinner centerpiece, and it was Monegasque Society Eugenia Perrin-Frost. She is $185.
Which is a lot of money.
Yeah, and I have to be really honest, I did buy her. I almost didn't. She's really pretty. She is so much green, and I have other going public screening Eugenias that I'm more attached to, but this one is really pretty. Her gown is really pretty.
I think we talked a lot about her last video, but in person, I think she's beautiful. Her hair is not quite as red as the promo images. It's a bit more, you know, a deep brunette, to be honest with you. Like kind of with like a slight tinge of red. I wish it was a little bit more red, because then she would look a little bit more like my favorite doll ever. It's Optic Verb, Agnes. But it is a beautiful screening. I love her. The dress itself is a mermaid dress, which, you know, comes with that territory of being a mermaid dress. Yeah. But I think the shawl attachment piece is really nice. I use it as like a drape, almost like a shawl. It is a little interesting. Like we mentioned in the previous video, she came packaged with that little attachment piece attached, which, you know, I don't see why they would do that. I guess it saves me the trouble, but it also came packaged with the clip-on.
Again, that's why I'm getting on my soapbox about this, is like, if they're gonna put on these fashion pieces, it's like, save me the nightmare of the itty bitty obnoxious stuff, then please. Just pre-apply that.
No, you're right. It is kind of interesting. Certain things are pre-attached and some things aren't.
And if anything, I'd rather, if you're gonna have something separate, it should be the fashion pieces, because that's what's likelier to crease or stain if it's a different color, or if it's dyed or whatever, or something like that. Something we do want to note that's nice is her dress has a zipper closure and hugs her body very well. She looks voluptuous from the back. But yeah, this Eugenia is pretty. It seems like she was overall pretty well received. I think a lot of people liked her. But the giveaway of the welcome dinner.
So before we move on, let's talk about the giveaway packaging. So the giveaway packaging is very interesting because it does come in the shipper. So they do have shippers. But the interior actual packaging is more of like a paper, kind of like a gloss paper.
It's pretty much what's inside the proper box that you get in with average IT stuff, where it's like, it's the insert. It's like the insert, like the
thing
card
that's attached to the doll.
Yeah, like the insert. So it's just like paper, pretty much. So as soon as you remove a sleeve, as soon as you remove the sleeve, everything falls out. So I was saying that I initially did not really like it. And I was like, I know historically, of course, it's like, giveaway dolls they're given the budget treatment because they're like the more, you know, you don't pay anything additional to get them. So they tend to have quote unquote like budget leaning packaging. But this It's like at least a lot of the other boxes have some sort of a lid or a flap or something to close. These, it literally, like if you're carrying it wrong, like everything will just slide out.
Yeah.
I am grateful they come with shippers, so you will still have like a shipper for each one. But
I think it's easier to store that way than like the traditional giveaway ones where they
Yeah.
don't have shippers. I personally like it better just because it's easier to access the dolls. But yeah,
you better include a shipper. It's like definitely just, if they're going to continue doing that, they have to all have shippers.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, an interesting change.
Eye Candy Victorie Roux, who of course is East 59th, she was the giveaway doll for the welcome dinner. And Sang and I talked about how we really liked her. Like we loved her. And we talked to many other people who loved her, and like people commented and said they loved her.
They lied to us. No, I mean, I think this is the most non-East 59th look.
Yeah.
An East 59th doll has ever worn, and probably ever will. But yeah, it was a very interesting and strategic move to have her as a giveaway doll. Of course, like we talked about how, you know, it kind of like eased people into the brand if they were kind of curious but didn't want to make the jump.
The rest of our dolls are nothing like this, but enjoy this one. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Judging from the reception of her as well as the Muse Victoire that was part of the workshop, Victoire's sculpt is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, she's like East 59th golden goose. Yes. I think of the, yeah, and obviously it was, which was used for Della, who was also a popular character related to Victoire. But, you know, I mean, owning her in person, I'm very, very sad because I have a wonky one that I need, which that also, if I'm gonna give my 2 cents on something else like general, there were a couple like QC concerns that Sang and I had across the dolls we received, and of course we've had variations of this conversation many times over the years. Frustrating, needless to say, that there's all these weird little issues, and of course some of them they don't look as nice as they did, and you know, when the samples were presented. Now, again, I got like a wonky one, so there's like a, you know, like a eye issue.
And this issue is one of the things that people brought up with like having the dolls in person. You can inspect your dolls and get an exchange right then and there.
Yes.
Now we have to mail it off to Canada. So.
Which, because there's a Canada...
another, like a mail strike. Yeah,
there's another strike in relation to the Postal Service occurring in Canada. And of course, for IT exchanges for patient care, we have to mail stuff to Canada. So yeah, the stuff we're going to have to exchange is going to be really frustrating. And there's going to be some other quality control issues we're going to be talking about later. Interesting side note too, her ponytail is a rock of gel in person. Like, it looks like Marge Simpson's hair tied down with a little beehive hole at the bottom. If you want the wavy, curly aesthetic we saw on the display one, you'll definitely have to thoroughly wash out all this product. Not ideal, straight out of box. So that's frustrating. But yeah, this doll is gorgeous. We love her. Her reception among the rest of the IT community seemed to be a bit of a mixed bag. But I mean, again, we talked to a lot of people who really loved her. I mean, again, I think kind of similar to like Jessie's really bold designs. I think this choice was a bit of a bold like leap, I think, for Chris to take.
Yeah.
I'm glad he did it. I personally think it's really pretty and really fun. She is quite a contrast to a lot of the rest of 59th, which might alienate East 59th fans, and then, you know, it'll appeal people who don't collect East 59th, and then they'll, you know. The headpiece she comes with is really cute, but it's kind of interesting to put on. It's like a hard, I don't know for sure if it's metal, but it's like a solid piece that you have to kind of shove like around the bun in her hair. It's a bit of a delicate process, so I'd say just be aware of that. Cute little other notes, by the way, the back of her necklace has a little drop gem, and her bra top has a ball and string closure rather than the usual hook loops we see. I think she's a lot of fun. I'm a big fan. We love her.
Everything about her sparkles. There's so many. She's so bedazzled from head to toe. Everything
gorgeous.
glittery.
And compared to one of the other giveaway dolls we're gonna be talking about. She looks really luxe. She has, her accessories and jewelry and everything.
She's so an anti-Chris, like, design. You know, Chris is known for, like, his tailoring and, like, just the way he presents his dolls with so many, like, different fashion pieces. This girl is almost, like, butt naked, you know. With
I love her little
panties.
Bejeweled, like, panties.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They're so cute. They're so fun.
So many little pieces. And, like, I think I talked to Max, and I think it's in the other videos, like, some of these, like, metalwork, I don't know if they will ever use again. It's like
next year's mystery boxes.
Yeah.
they'll give a whole bunch of these away.
But I mean, like the bra piece is so cute. I mean, I just, realistically, I don't know if we will ever see this again. So enjoy her while you can. She might, go up in price.
Yes. So for the Poppy Parker luncheon, the centerpiece was Bird of Prey. We did both buy her, and I have to be really honest. I don't know if I'm at peace with that decision.
Yeah.
She's $180.
They're expensive. I think that she would have been a very nice giveaway doll. But as a centerpiece, she is quite expensive. Definitely the pros of her is she has a new hairstyle, which is a very nice. Poppy has been sporting the same hairstyles over and over again, so it's nice to see a new hairstyle. Yeah, the knots in her hair are unique, and I still need to inspect how that's even made. Unlike Max, I actually like her more in person. I think I got a flawless one. The hairline's perfect, her screening's perfect.
You gotta appreciate that nowadays.
Thank the heavens, thank the gods. But yeah, like I love her fur coat, and interesting enough,
it's a feather, like
the feather coat. Yeah.
Which I think the feather coat specifically is clearly where all the budget went. The feather coat is really cool. It is a really cool fashion piece. I mean, I feel
interestingly, it was packaged separately.
I don't know why the choices are made when it's applied and when it's not. But without the feather coat, she's very basic. To me, I think just like the little all silver sequin bodysuit, again, it's a taste thing for me. And I mean, like I said in the previous video, thank God it has that bow belt, because I think it would be really shapeless without it.
Yeah, and a lot of collectors were saying they don't really like the micro sequins used on her jumpsuit. It's because it like Max said, it kind of cheapens the look. Sequins, either cheapens the look, or people don't consider it as like a luxe fabric choice.
Yeah, I think Tula Belle had the benefit of, for one, like I said, it's multicolored. So I think it catches the eye a lot more. And it's not, I don't think it was this like straight down patterned application. It makes it feel a little plain and cheap, unfortunately. But yeah, for a $180 doll.
Yes. Which is a lot more than what we usually pay for
Poppy. Poppy's not usually this expensive. That's the other factor to consider. Her jewelry is gorgeous. That's definitely a highlight.
I wanted to say that this outfit is a recreation of an Yves Saint Laurent's 1968 outfit, and I'm going to show Max. And I personally think they should have used this fabric instead of like the micro sequins.
Why didn't they?
That
would have looked so much nicer.
Yeah, like this fabric has
and they've used a fabric similar to that
I mean,
before.
Even in this one, like the Swiss Misbehave, Poppy has like silver tinsel in her collar they could have used for this.
Yeah, sequins, I feel like you got to use them with intent, because we've seen so many dolls with sequins at this point. It's like, again, we see a lot of sequins on playline dolls. Yeah. And so it's like, it's hard. You want to do it in a way that is, is just right, like from a design perspective. I am suddenly realizing this Poppy is kind of twinning with Aisha Sterling from Rainbow High. But if I'm being really honest, I think I prefer the execution of Aisha's sequins. It is always very nice to see an A-tone Poppy, and her face is gorgeous. I mean, it's Poppy, but the giveaway doll for the Poppy Parker luncheon was Elusive Beauty Poppy Parker. And the Poppy Parker community. As much as we talk about the Bergdorf Goodman screening and how it's been used like relentlessly over the years. Of course, when we say that, we usually specifically mean like the eye screening or the brow screening or the whatever. This one specifically seems to be extremely popular because she has the full Bergdorf Goodman screening. Yeah. So the brows, the eyes, all of that, which have we gotten that since Split Decision? Was that, and was she the full? Was she the full?
Yes,
Bergdorf?
she was. Well, we have, and it was used for the anniversary poppies that Jason Wu made,
which was also a gigantic grail. Yes. So clearly, people are a huge fan of the Bergdorf Goodman screening. I definitely do agree. I mean, of course, it's gorgeous, and I think it does, like, seeing the full Bergdorf aesthetic. Again, it has that, like, it's a perfect combination, I think, of sweet and seductive. Yeah. It's like, it's a bit of both. So it's a phenomenal screening. As we previously discussed, the outfit is based on Diana Rigg's Emma Peeler jumpsuit. We discussed that at length in the discussion video. But the overall package here is really lacking value. I think if you are purely sold on, you think the doll herself is breathtaking and you really, really, really want like the full Bergdorf Goodman screening, which is understandable, because I understand, especially if you're like a more recent IT collector and you're like, I have no shot at getting like the anniversary or Split Decision, or of course not, the original.
So the last time we used this was Pretty Pink Poppy, which was the
Jessie's? Yeah. I loved that one. Yeah, so. I very much prefer that one to this
okay,
one.
Finish your thought, and I will have my rant.
Yes, I mean those were pretty much my thoughts. I think she's too simple. I mean, even when you like look at her little accessory compartment, like it's nothing. It's like empty. It's like her earrings and her. So I mean, again, coming from Victoire, that like people seems to not like as much. Like, I mean, Victoire had a lot more like value.
All right, so here's my sitting on my pedestal. Okay, I think it's safe to say this is the most popular Poppy from the convention. People are asking, looking for her. It's insane, and I can understand why. Definitely from a collector's standpoint, who's been collecting Poppy for quite a while, the full Bergdorf Goodman screening is pretty rare. There's less than 10 out there. And to my understanding, here's my pro Elusive Beauty segment. I think they haven't had a blonde, blue-eyed Poppy with this screening. And with this screening, it makes her very versatile to redress. And we've seen some beautiful redresses of her. So if you are a Poppy Parker super fan, or someone who really loved the Bergdorf Goodman screening and this particular aesthetic, she's definitely worth a buy. On the con side, on the opposite side, there have been so many blonde, blue-eyed Poppy Parker dolls.
And with a hairstyle similar to this too.
This hairstyle is very similar. If you personally love this hairstyle, there is several you can choose from, but the one that comes to mind is Midnight Decadence Poppy Parker, who has this hairstyle with a different screening.
I love that one.
Who has a much better outfit, I think, worth your purchase. But if you also don't care about the hairstyle or her being blonde, but you want the Bergdorf Goodman screening, we mentioned before, Pretty Pink also has a screening, which comes with a much better, cuter outfit. So those are my talking points. I think if you need that push to get her, I have given to you. She is the first Poppy Parker with a screening, with blue eyes and blonde hair. So if you're looking for the aesthetic, there you go. But again, you can have so many other Poppies for half the price of this one.
All right, so moving on to the W Club Luncheon centerpiece, we have Oasis Agnes Van Weiss. She is $185. and she's in the Hungarian skin tone. Her hair is soft ebony. She has the same screening as Malibu Sky, Agnes. And she does have really unique cropped bangs. I'm gonna be kind of interested to see, I don't know if we've seen any like manufacturing variation in that, because it seems kind of similar to like the Tate thing, where it's like you have to cut it kind of a certain way and there could be some variation. But she is pretty. So yeah, as we mentioned previously, the overall aesthetic and sort of like the color story remind us a little bit of Natural Wonder Reina from the Fashion Fairy Tale convention, who is a massive grail. She was based on like Jasmine from Aladdin to an extent. This one is specifically like an Egyptian theme. And we talked about how she, you know, it's like her and Giselle are like kind of Nephra and Cleo, like from Monster High. They're very Monster High. But one thing that is really frustrating is the one I received, the little jewel on her bra top, the jewel fell off.
And it feels like that has happened to several people.
Oh no, someone like DM'd me and was like, oh my God, the same thing happened to me and da-da. So unfortunately it seems prone to that, which isn't great.
But you're lucky because you were able to find that jewel that fell off.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a very small piece. So it's like, that was a little concerning. So that is something to keep an eye out for. Her purse, again, is stunning, and it is apparently based on the Chanel Scarab Egyptian Beetle evening bag.
It's very cute. I mean, definitely it looks like the original one, but...
Really, it's only missing the Chanel logo, pretty much,
Yeah, it's a very accurate recreation.
If you want to, you could like stick a Chanel logo on there.
Yeah, and it looks like it opens up. We haven't tried it yet, but definitely her selling points are like the jewelry. And a lot of people are looking for the Scarab Beetle purse. But I think she's really pretty. I like we talked about, like the skirt train piece is super beautifully like tailored. Yes, it's so pretty. She's so pretty. Some people are saying she's too similar to Malibu Sky Agnes, that people will just like, I'm just gonna reroute that one and be very close to her, which they can definitely do. To me, part of her appeal is her outfit, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely a full look for her.
Yes. I would say this isn't my favorite Agnes of all time, but she's really pretty. It's a fun, like, thematic Agnes. What's really interesting about her packaging, because it's structured like intended to be a gift set, you kind of have to put either Giselle or another doll, because technically it's not, like, the space inside is not catered to just Giselle. You can put any doll pretty much that's that size packaging in there. But if you don't put it in there, you just have all this space and Agnes is kind of just flopping around inside. So do with that information what you will.
I mean, honestly, I don't know how many people... Well, here's the deal. I think that's fine, because when you go to this W Club luncheon, you're guaranteed to get Giselle.
Yes.
So when you buy Agnes, if you choose to buy Agnes, then you would already have a doll that already fits in there.
Yes.
I think it's a cute idea, but if you think it like mathematically, like the costs, you're spending like $400 on pretty much to 2 dolls.
And so of course, the giveaway doll was Mirage Giselle, and
it's Giselle.
And she's in the Hungarian skin tone. She has dark chocolate hair. As we discussed at length already, her dress is stunning. It is so beautiful.
The color shift.
We want one in every color.
Yes.
Every like combination of make like a pink purple one and like another
pink and blue would be
Do you think it's done with like different
like tinsel
colors of like tinsel or fabric weaved into
It might be
it's very cool.
I had the opposite effect of like a lot of these dolls. I actually don't like. I like her less when I saw her in person. Honestly, I don't really like Giselle. I think I have a Giselle I really love. I love the off-duty Giselle. I think that's a much better screening than this one. This one looks just so... She looks like she's taking a passport photo. It's just
yeah. I mean, we were talking
nondescript like expression.
We were talking about like Poppy having the gold season Poppy having nude lips.
Yeah.
This Giselle is like barefaced, minus her eyeshadow, but she's wearing like, you can barely see her eyeshadow, and she has bangs.
Yeah.
I have also seen some people say that they thought the bright like royal blue boots were kind of an interesting pairing with like this gradient shift blue-green dress.
I think when you factor in the fact that the dress does shift blue, it makes it more matchy. But like the promo images shows more of the green shift of the dress. I think when you apply the blue of the dress to the shoes, it does make it more matchy. But it maybe, to me, since it's kind of like a solid color, it's kind of like draws your attention away from her dress.
It's really loud, and I feel like it has kind of like a playline effect because it's such a loud, like more playful kind of color choice.
There's no color
choice.
dimension to it.
Yeah, no. And so, I mean, obviously the structure of the boots are really cool. It has that, like the curved kind of heel in the back, which we showed in the vlog, but the boots are kind of interesting. But the purse is probably inspired by the Chanel gold pyramid bag, and I do like her earrings. I will say, I know this is like Egypt inspired, but the earrings she's wearing, which we believe are based on Bottega Veneta small drop earrings. From afar, when you look at her like wearing them, they look really similar to like Jasmine's.
Oh, I was telling you.
They look like Jasmine from Aladdin's like earrings. It's like, oh, just put those on like Reina, the natural wonder Reina, and then her look will be complete. I want to strip this Giselle for clothing, and that's that. I'm not a Giselle fan. Y'all know. And yeah, this particular one does not have a very exciting screening. Yeah. So, the final gala, of course, we have, the most talked about doll of the convention. Regenesis Dasha D'Amboise as Annika Luxottica, which is, of course, a character. We already talked about this in the discussion. She's based on a doll from International Fashion Doll Collection years ago that had transparent like limbs that was super popular, and they like recreated that in this. Sang and I did both buy her, of course. I mean, she was like the hot doll of the convention, and
the only one.
And she was the only one available on site at the convention. She was $185. She comes in I, to be honest, was not even aware there was a skin tone called porcelain.
They have not used that in so long.
Yeah, I don't know if I own any dolls in the porcelain skin tone. So she's very fair skinned. And she has cyber blue hair, which we noted was the same as the Looks Aplenty blue-haired Poppy and Galaxy Girl. So yeah, she has, of course, the clear limbs and stuff like that, which when you see that stuff up close, it is really cool. I don't think we need to talk about her a ton. We already talked about her pretty extensively, and again, we had her on hand immediately. But we will just say she was clearly very well received. Yes. I think this is probably like the grail of the con. That's kind of what it's seeming like. She's really cool. A lot of people have been taking very cool pictures of her.
And if you have Mothership Danya's bodysuit, like the metal work, this one looks great in that.
Yes.
So the face piece connects like an earring to the face, which is a really cool accessories. I just realized that it would only work on Dasha because it's molded to her face. So it's not an accessory that I don't think you can pass around.
That's true.
Yeah, and I love the fabric they use for the dress. And you know what? It does remind me, I think Bird of Prey Poppy could have worn this fabric.
Yes, because the whole thing in the storyline was that it's implied that Bird of Prey Poppy is not actually Poppy. It's Annika Luxottica in disguise. Because that's the whole thing with her headpiece. She projects holograms to make people like see things and stuff like that. Yeah. So
that's true. And then I think this white fabric would look great on that Poppy. And if people didn't like sequins. So I wish they used this fabric instead. And she does come with a full set of normal arms and legs, which I prefer to have a pair of full sets of clear limbs, since those are much rarer, and I don't think they will ever produce those again.
Did the original one have full, like, forearm, like, and I wonder why they didn't do
I mean,
that
and this one
here.
is kind of cool because there's some, like...
The design kind of on it or whatever.
But personally, I would prefer something more unique than just, like, the standard.
That would have been cool if she had the full,
But I can understand as well, the poor skin tone is really rare. So maybe they want, you know,
folks to Finally, we have Hibiscus Ameline, who was the convention doll. She was the final gala's giveaway doll. As we discussed, she's wearing a Jason Wu gown. She did come, of course, because she is a Jason Wu doll, she did come in different packaging from the rest of the dolls of the convention. She comes in like Jason Wu packaging, so we'll show that here as well. She comes in like the Jason Wu box. And
I wonder if they would ever reuse the Velvet Touch.
I want a Velvet Touch doll because I don't own any of my Jason Wu dolls anymore. This one I might keep because I do think she is really pretty. I wish they would bring back the Velvet Touch. It was a cool, the way I described it years ago was it's like a waxy coat, but it's like a smooth, soft, kind of like waxy. I could see why some collectors would not be into it, but I think it was cool. So like, I think it's a little extra something for like Jason Wu dolls. I personally would like to see that come back. Definitely let us know what y'all think of like Velvet Touch dolls, or if you were familiar with that. It was, for those who are completely unfamiliar, it was dolls with a unique skin, like body sculpt texture that was, I believe, exclusive to Jason Wu creations. Yeah. The earrings look unique, so we think those might be new earring sculpts.
The clutch looks a little play-line. I think the hinges kind of gives it more of a play-line look. Just to that scale, maybe. Just that.
But yeah, Ameline is in the Hungarian skin tone. She has a black-brown hair mix. Her makeup is lovely. And yes, her dress has pockets.
Which is a huge selling point.
Yes.
And I love the little bows on the side.
I know, the little bows on her shoes are so cute. And the bows on the dress, and she has little bows on her shoes too. They're very cute. So that was all the convention dolls that we bought. So as you can see, collectively between the both of us, we bought everything. I only passed on 3. Yeah, I did not purchase Vanessa, Elise, or Constance, but I bought everything else at the convention.
So I am looking at all my receipts. So if you were to buy absolutely everything, which I did, you would have spent, this is just the convention collections, sales room exclusives, NU.Face Style Lab, Centerpieces, the total cost would have been $3,120. This is not including the workshop stuff. This is not including
hotel, travel, like
the convention
everything.
ticket.
Yes, the convention tickets being $775. So that's why they say you gotta have, $4,000 to $5,000 for a quote unquote comfortable time. Of course, you do not have to do that, but
things we do for you guys.
Yes. But yeah, we made some other purchases at the room sales and bazaar. I purchased the Not All There fashion pack from the Fashion Fairy Tale convention. It's an like a boy fashion.
What's that one supposed to be? That's
Cheshire Cat. That was the Cheshire Cat one. I'm collecting everything Fashion Fairy Tale that I like, really. I have like most of the Style Lab fashions at this point. In the room sales, I bought kind of a variety of things from different sellers, and I apologize in advance. I'm going to try to specify which seller was which, but for some of these I don't know, or I don't remember. It doesn't say. I bought a really cute Chanel tweed-esque like little outfit, I think a coat, and it has like cute little wings. And I did also buy an opposing kind of pair of like demon bat wings. I got one pair in like a pastel pink.
Ooh,
and then
like pearlescent.
Yeah, and then another pair that was red. I took a picture of my tantrum Erin with those. That was cute. There was one retailer named, I might be botching this pronunciation, Rochal Mini Creations. They had a lot of really cute like designer inspired stuff, and so I got like an LV and Dior you know, doll-sized like bag and belts that were all very cute. And then from Dolled Up Life, I purchased some accessory packs of like miniature perfumes and like a little go into the movies accessory pack with like popcorn and stuff, and then like a little miniature McDonald's bag. I got like a lot of like accessory kind of stuff. I didn't really buy any other dolls other than the convention dolls.
That was your focus, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got a few dolls.
I did. So I'm sure if you watched our blog, you saw that I had purchased Turning Green Poppy Parker, which was from the Seven Sins online convention. She's very pretty. I paid $180 for her from Jessie, which is a steal.
Yeah, great deal for her.
Great deal. It's pretty much what she would have cost if I were to have purchased her from the convention. I didn't win her because she was a lottery doll, but it would be around the same price I would have paid with shipping and handling and tax. But you know, I bought it from a designer. The screening was perfect. Yeah, so it was nice to have purchased that for essentially retail price. And then Max convinced me to get the Tinkerbell
Believe in Me Poppy Parker.
Yes, from the Fashion Fairy Tale convention from another seller. I think she was originally at $250, but at the tail end of the bazaar night, I think they were discounting down dolls, so they didn't have to take it home. So I got her for a very nice price of $150.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, below...
That's great. Yeah.
Below what she would have cost at the convention.
Was she not a giveeway doll?
No,
she was convention collection.
Yeah. I mean, she looks like she would have been a giveaway doll. She doesn't come with anything.
Yeah, she was convention collection.
Yeah, she didn't come with a lot. And she was definitely not popular at all, to be honest.
Yeah, she's cute. She is very Tinkerbell.
Yeah, but just looking at these two dolls, they're like, oh, hey, it's the same screening. They both have that same screening.
Did you get any other dolls?
No, I was gonna get that one doll, but people told me not to. Those are the two doll purchases I bought. And then, of course, we did get the mystery blind boxes.
The blind boxes, which I already showed the contents of my mystery box. I showed that already in the discussion.
I don't think I showed mine, but mine was pretty mediocre. I know some people got really great stuff. Both Max and I got some like color infusion dolls. I got randomly 2 pairs of the same shoes, which is like, why would I want
I did too. I literally like gave a pair to Alex.
But then the Saturday, the sales room was selling a couple like knickknacks and stuff. So I bought like the purse and then I got a pair of Colette's shoes, the one from the New Fantasy Runway in Milan, which is pretty nice. And then I got a couple of like one-of-a-kind fashion pieces. There's this beautiful dress by, I don't have my dolls in front of me. My purchase, I'm going off the top of my head. I think it's Designs. His partner was there selling stuff, fashions that he made, but he wasn't there at the convention. So I bought this cute little retro outfit that will fit, East 59th or Fashion Royalty. It's very, very cute. It's right up my alley. Our table host gave us all these cute little bathing suits.
Yeah.
I got a red bathing suit from him, as well as he was selling a couple outfits too, and I got this really cute yellow Versace-inspired outfit for $40. If there's some other stuff I forgot, I'll show it off here. But yeah, it was pretty eventful. Got a cool stuff. People were selling custom stuff.
That was pretty much our haul. So, I mean, now that, this has been the finale of our Stilettos Out convention coverage. So now that we have everything, okay, if we're picking our top 5, if we each are picking our top 5 in the convention, do you know in order who your top 5 would be? Like top favorite to 5th favorite?
I think number 1 would have been Tulabelle. I think both me and you really enjoyed her. From there, initially I would have said Gold Season, but I think in person she definitely left.
When her lips are repainted.
Yes, once her lips are repainted, she's going to be a gorgeous doll. Yes. I have started repainting mine, but I'm not a repainter. I haven't repainted anything for a really long time, but I'm trying. We'll see how it looks. If this If she's done by the time this video goes up, I'll post her here. But I think she'll look really cute without the overpainted lips. And then, you know, I love Swiss Misbehave. I think she's very pretty. She'd probably be my number 3. Yeah, I mean, she's on the simpler side, but I love that screening. I love the Leia homage. I think she can be very fun. Totally of Twilight is one of my favorite dolls. I know Max doesn't like her, but I think, you know, this is a great addition to that. I think they make a great, like, futuristic team. I love Eugenia. I think about her all the time. She's so pretty. I know I don't like mermaid dresses, but I think, yeah, I love the screening on her. She's the throwback to, like, Optic Verb, Agnes. She's so, you know, what glam, like, I think like what, like, fashion royalty to me is. Like, that kind of, like, old school glamour, and I think this one kind of represents that. Number 5, I don't know. I mean, I actually haven't opened my Ayumi yet, but I think she's gonna be
I was gonna say, you really like that Ayumi.
Yeah, but we'll see. I think Ayumi, the screening in general, kind of has kind of wonk, just like built into the screening, so that kind of throws me off. But I think once I dress her up and she looks cute in her little nerdy outfit, I think she'll be very pretty.
So, I think my number 1 favorite is Erin. I think Erin is so gorgeous.
She really is. She's the one that popped first, yeah.
And then my number 2, yeah, it's probably Tula Belle. Tula Belle is so pretty and so cute. Number 3, it's hard because if we're talking about strictly the doll, I'm tempted to put Reina, like, way up here. But the outfit would not make my top 5. But the Reina doll is stunning. So I guess number 3, you know, I like the boys. So, like, I think Lucas is really cool. I really like Lucas, and I think the full package of Lucas is great. I like the doll. I think his fashion is awesome. His umbrella is amazing. His accessories are so cool. Number 4, I'm gonna say maybe Gold Season Poppy with fixed lips.
Yeah.
I feel like if she had, like, nicely done, like, lips, she would be really stunning. Like, I would, you know, I'm a really big fan of her. She's really pretty. I love the Lady Luck screening. Her outfit is gorgeous. Because of Tate's gigantic forehead, I might go ahead and say maybe Tiago. I do, just the boys. It was really nice to see the boys in this convention. I think all of them are very cool. Tate has a huge forehead. I feel like that's fixable. I feel like if you'd redo his hairstyle or whatever, and then he doesn't have
do what bald men do.
Yeah.
You know, just wipe your hair.
Yes. I think Tate's really cool. I love Tate's outfit. I love his jacket and everything. And Tiago is just a gorgeous doll. I love his face and I love his unique hairstyle.
How about you put Tiago in Tate's outfit? There you go. Problem fixed.
Oh, he'd look great in Tate's outfit. Yeah. Oh, I do really like Eye Candy, though. Maybe Eye Candy should have made my top 5.
Eye Candy's gorgeous.
Maybe Eye Candy might get number 5. Yeah, I do really like Eye Candy Victorie. She's so pretty. Honestly, I think overall, this was a pretty solid convention. I think in terms of dolls, I think there's a little something for everyone.
Yeah.
I didn't completely love every single doll in the convention. I would not expect to. It's, you know, there was a nice diversity, and
it's the sparkly convention. I think that kind of only works for, like, in-person convention to be able to see all the sparkle and stuff.
Which again was the last thing I was expecting for this theme.
Yeah.
But I don't mind that. I think it's really pretty. Definitely enjoying these dolls now that we have them on hand. If you guys would like a more, like, in-depth review of one of these dolls, if there's enough of, like, a demand for that, maybe we will try to do that for one of the dolls. Very curious to hear y'all's thoughts on these. Definitely let us know. Again, this has been the finale of our Stilettos Out coverage, but definitely be on the lookout, of course, for more IT content. Let us know what you would like us to review or discuss.
Yeah, we haven't done this upgrade for 2023 yet.
We're planning to, we promise. It's already been in the works. Yeah, so stay tuned. There's probably going to be some more IT reviews. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us for this haul. Definitely let us know your thoughts on the dolls in this convention. Which ones did you pick up? You know, which ones do you want, or you know, you don't want, or whatever. Let's have a discussion in the comments. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't. Full IT playlist will be linked on screen here. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.